This is CWTFB Radio. I am your host, Charlie MaSheen, alongside my high yelling Nella co-host, Shanelle Shante. What's good, baby?
I wanted to cut you off and just say Shanelle Shante.
Why?
This is a renewed, we had a new location. I know we back home, but...
You ain't on no colorism shit? Is that
can you come up with, another nickname?
High yelling Nella?
Yeah.
Why? You don't like that one? You high yelling.
All right. I'll come up with something soon.
Anyway, man. Anyway, we back in the trap, man. We back in the trap. We at Details. You know what I mean? Always sponsored by Details, called Audio and Auto Detailing, right on Route 138 in Kit and Mash. Run up in there for all your detailing needs, interior, exterior, clay waxes, car accessories, truck accessories, motorcycle accessories, all of the above. My people, I have you looking clean, fresh, laced, and all of that. This is episode 95.
95.
Shout out to our YouTube viewership. Shout out to our Spotify subscribers, our Apple Podcast subscribers. Apple Podcast shot up crazy this past week. Our numbers on that. And also our YouTube subscribers went up substantially as well. So shout out to y'all. Like, subscribe, turn your notifications on, comment. Let us know what we could do to, engage with y'all more, man, because it's about y'all. It's about the viewers. It's about the people who listen to us, the people who support us. So we back. We back in the trap.
No place like home.
You know what I mean? It's good. It's good. You know what I mean? It feels good. It feels good,
Yeah.
Things happen, but leaders adjust, and we here, and we having fun. How you doing, though, Nelly?
I'm doing good.
Yeah?
I mean, yeah, it's been a rough week.
All things considered, you good, though?
All things considered, I'm great.
What's been the highlights of your last 7 days?
Ooh, last 7 days highlight. Honestly, just sitting on the sidelines watching last week's episode.
Yeah, watching greatness, aka myself.
No, I'm talking about the Ducati gang.
Okay. All right. Yeah, shout out Ducati gang.
That was a good highlight. I'm glad I got to meet them.
Lee Boy Mumps.
Great energy.
Northside Slee.
Yeah, a lot
and
of support.
And the son of Rock Ducati, Lil Rock.
Yes.
That was great. That was
honestly my highlight. I have nothing.
We took Lee Boy out of retirement.
Yeah.
His first freestyle since his departure. So
that freestyle is like one of my top. That's
I'm not gonna talk about it yet. I'm gonna talk about it later this year.
Okay.
on the 2021 recap. But it was impressive.
Yeah.
It was impressive. Very impressive.
Yeah. All of them.
Good job, Lee Boy. Oh yeah, everybody. Northside Slee, Mums, Lil Rock 18, spitting like a grown man. So yeah, shout out to those guys, man. It was a good time. Shortly thereafter that episode, you ever heard that song by Nas, Accident Murderer?
No.
Because it's exactly what I thought about when I seen that Alec Baldwin shit.
Oh, man.
My man Alec. Now, okay, so if somebody hands you a gun, right? It's a prop, right? And you're on set, you're probably fooling around because you're shooting at the director and the video and the cinematographer and all of that. That shit's crazy.
It's very crazy. I don't get it.
What's her name? Helena Hutchins?
Yes.
R.I.P. to that woman. I'm not sure if she had children or family.
She did. She had a husband, and I think she had a kid or kids.
That's tragic shit. Yeah, man. Just R.I.P. to that lady, man.
He injured another, so I mean,
the director,
she died, but
the director got shot.
Right. Someone else got injured.
You think the nigga that handed him the gun was like on some? He's trying to sabotage shit.
I don't know.
He's like, yo, Alec, yeah, shoot it at them. Ha ha ha. It'll be funny.
I'm not.
It'll be good.
I laugh when I'm nervous, but it's not even funny. But I don't understand how you're supposed to be shooting blanks, right?
Yes. There's supposed to be blanks. I'm not sure. I've never been on a movie set, so I can't confirm.
Oh, you haven't?
Exactly.
Okay, Mr. Hollywood. Sorry.
What what they use for guns and shit like that.
But, but who brings a loaded gun to a set, or who?
I've been to many video shoots with loaded guns.
Okay. I just don't get there.
But we're not shooting. Well, they are not shooting at people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
right.
It's a different situation.
Well, some of the backstories was, the people who were in control of, passing the prop gun along. They've had some kind of safety concerns with them, and a lot of people left the set.
So is that really?
That's what I read.
Oh, so they knew this about the air that shit.
I don't think so.
They
But
was like, yo, these niggas about to let off, nigga.
but there were some safety concerns.
Alec about to spin again. Alec, you didn't have to do it.
I feel bad
like
for
that.
him because, if he honestly, imagine having that on your conscience for the rest of your life.
Yes.
You got this far in your career.
Right. You're a household name.
And
You're
then that happens.
International icon.
Yeah.
And then you kill somebody by accident.
Allegedly.
A woman at that. Not even like a man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. You know what I'm saying?
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah. That's very tragic. So hopefully that man makes it through that situation. Because they're not pinning it on Alec. They're pinning it on the guy who gave it to him, right?
Right.
Like the guy that was in charge of the props and stuff
Right.
like that. So let's see how that unfolds. Once again, RIP to that lady, man. Shout out to her family. Much love. Nobody should have to go through that, especially you going to work. You're going to work. You're not a cop. You're not an emergency worker or whatever. You're going to work to do your job, and then you don't make it back home on some random shit. So
Yeah.
that's very tragic.
Yeah.
But shout out to this nigga Trump Jr. Look. All right, Trump Jr. is a piece of shit, but he's good. He's good for entertainment, right? This nigga, did you hear about him?
No.
Donald Trump Jr. slammed for selling T-shirts that read "Guns don't kill people. Alec Baldwin kills people."
Oh, he's the one that I read that. So he's the one that came up with that.
Hey, yo! That is genius. Why didn't I think of that?
It's a good slogan.
Guns don't kill people. Alec does. Yeah, he's getting slammed. He's getting dragged, but it's a beautiful thing when you have money to just start a whole campaign like that just because you feel like being a dickhead. I miss Donald Trump, right? I miss his shenanigans. Yeah, Twitter was way more fun with Donald Trump. That nigga's hilarious.
I'm just now hopping back on Twitter. He had his moment.
My daughter, when I asked her who's the president, she said China. You understand what I'm saying? That nigga's shock value was amazing. She'd either say China or she'd say millions and millions and millions and millions. If a kid, my daughter was 4 at the time, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
So, man, all right, that's fucked up, Donald Trump Jr. You know what I mean?
He is hilarious.
It is fucked up. You'll never be as funny as your dad. I'll give Trump
so?
that. Hell no. Because Trump Jr. is a spoiled brat, right? He's a spoiled brat with money. That's really what happens. Mm-hmm. He's what happens when you have money your whole life and then you grow up and now you're just an asshole towards everybody around you, right? Donald Trump, he was probably a asshole with money too, but he's way more funny. He's on TV. He treated his whole campaign like a reality TV show.
You think it's because of the way he looks?
I think it's because of the way he's accustomed. Polished. Oh, his son, looks kind of like him, just younger, right?
Do you think if he was funnier looking, like orange?
He's just he don't got it. He don't got the sauce that his dad got. You know what I'm saying? Like, Trump walk around like a billionaire. You know what I'm saying?
He does.
This nigga just walks around like a spoiled brat with money. You know what I mean? So I thought that was crazy. How that stemmed from that. So I want to see how well the sales do. We'll check back on that in a week.
Are you buying one?
I might actually. That's like hilariously genius.
The shirt you got on is nice.
Oh yeah, shout out to my shirt, man. Fight Like Vaughn. It's the last week of breast cancer awareness.
Yes.
Shout out to my girl Vaughn Marie. She is the photographer for Captured by Vaughn Marie. Be Captured by Vaughn Marie. She actually took my son's pictures. She took some of my daughter's pictures.
They're amazing.
She's a cancer survivor twice over. Twice over.
Wow.
She just, they found the cancer in her breast and they took care of what they had to do and all of that, man.
That's
so shout out to you. Her mom made these shirts, man, Fight Like Vaughn. And I said, you know what? I got to get me and Amy. You know what I'm saying? Set the titties free. Right? But, yeah, Fight Like Vaughn, man. Shout out to Vaughn. Shout out to family. Your 2 little boys, they need you. They love you. You got this, girl. You got this. You know what I'm saying? What else you got?
Speaking of moms fighting, it's just been a lot of and probably before, but now more than ever for me, like in my face. It was a Texas mom of 2, and then it was another mom who committed suicide.
Yeah.
And that's I don't know. What do you think about that? I mean, it's different for men because as a woman, a mom with 2 kids, and
that
reading
was a lady
things,
in Russia, right? When she jumped off the
19th floor, I think.
Yeah,
and then there was another one.
That's sad as fuck.
It was a young one who kind of like collided head on.
Yeah, she got in her car and she just went on the other side of the highway or speedway or something like that.
Yeah.
I think people need to pay attention more to signs. They need to check on their friends and I think people in general who feel like they're going through something, they need to just get the help. You know what I mean? Sometimes they don't know where to look, but there is a suicide hotline. I'm going to put the number, right on the screen as we're talking about it. There is a national suicide hotline. So, I mean, like, not sure how effective that can be, but they can maybe lead you in the right direction or put you on the phone with somebody who can give you some perspective or whatever the case may be. It's just sad. It sucks, man. Postpartum, stress.
All of it, feeling burnt out, not enough rest, bad diet. One of them, the one that collided with the, other person head on, one of her last posts was just about like, I can't even, like, I love my kids, but I can't get a break. I go to the bathroom just for some quiet time. And I'm like, I feel her. Because that's the only moment I have to myself. And like 2 minutes after, you hear like a knock on the door. You just
Mama!
You can't get a peace of mind. So I feel for them.
Yeah, man. Those kids, have to grow up without a mom and shit.
Yeah.
So, it's very sad. It's devastating. Just saying, man, pay attention to your friends, man. Like
that too.
People, it's not, you can't always save everybody, but if you see something, say something, man. Like straight up. You know what I mean? And that's the only time when it's appropriate. Stop snitching. You know what
I was about to say.
You know what I mean? I got some other shit I want to talk about, but we've been talking for 12 minutes already, and I want to bring in our guest, and then we can kind of, just talk about it with him as well. Nice. This guy has a lot to talk about.
Yes, a lot.
I mean, tenure. When you talk about tenure, and you talk about content, and you talk about influence, you talk about creating a cult-like following over the past, I want to say almost 20 years, if not 20 years. It's amazing, right? I mean, this guy's track record is crazy. I can't name too many people who have a body, like a discography and just album library of work like he does. It's not just music. It comes to the merch. It comes to radio. It comes to hip hop culture as a whole. And I feel like we need to talk about this guy more and give him his flowers, man. So I need anybody and everybody to give your undivided attention. Put your hands together for my man Termanology. What's good, baby?
What up? Happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, bro.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, man. It's been a long time coming, man. But you know what, Term? I'm not going to front. I wanted you on the pod for a while, but I didn't feel like we were deserving enough yet.
That's real.
I wanted to build it up to a certain point where you actually noticed us, right? Yeah. And I wanted to feel like, we earned this. So thank you, bro. Thank you for pulling up, for real, man.
Yeah, you needed me to be here too. So I mean,
yeah. I'm a fan. I can't say I watch everyone because you guys got a lot of content and everybody's busy.
Word.
And the algorithm don't even show you anything, show you everything. But I seen enough to know that I'm a fan of the show.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
For sure.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
And we a fan of yours, man. We're a fan of yours, man.
Yeah, so. I like it, man. I like it. I like it.
So how you doing, man? Like,
I'm good, man.
What kind of space you in these days?
Man, probably the best space of my life.
Wow.
To be honest, yeah. I feel good. I've been getting more rest, kind of seeing what's important in my life and what's not. A lot of times we get caught up in doing the wrong things and spending time with the wrong people and spending money on the wrong things, taking your health for granted, your life for granted.
Right.
your mom, your kids,
family in general,
whatever. You know, you have all these great ideas in your head, but you're not taking the time to make them come to life.
Right.
So I'm in a space right now where it's no talking. I'm just doing it.
I like that.
I got 2 big vision boards right over my bed.
I like that.
One personal, one business. As soon as I wake up, bam.
I love that.
Let's get it.
Do you do one like every year or like?
Yeah, so I have a daily one on my phone, then I have a yearly one, and then I have like a 5-year plan, and that's like in a PDF file.
Got it.
So it's a lot going on because I'm an overachiever, so I'll do like, 50 things, and everybody be like, yo, you're killing it. And I'm like,
this ain't shit.
I didn't do what I wanted to do because, I want to do more. So I guess I'm just like super driven.
Right.
Is it one of those vision boards? Like, did you cut out pictures from the magazine and
Nah,
like, glue them and make it like?
It's just the regular Sharpie,
Okay.
not Sharpie, but the erasable joint.
Right.
Yeah.
The dry erase joint.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says like 2021 goals, and then in
Nice.
2022's a couple months away, I'm gonna get a whole new one.
That's inspiring.
Yeah.
I haven't done a vision board in like 10 years.
They help. I bought them for my
Me as
daughters
well.
too.
Yeah, I
made
love
them.
that.
When I bought mine, I was like, all right, listen, what's your
love
goal?
that.
I don't know. All right, but what do you want to do? What do you want to do with yourself? So I made them both fill one out too.
Okay.
I
like
love
that.
that.
Go here.
I like that.
Even if they don't do it, they gotta look at it.
Right.
They're like, damn, forgot. I was supposed
How
to
old
do
are your
that.
daughters?
17 and 10.
17 and 10.
Yeah.
You got big kids.
Yeah, man.
I thought you was about to be like 8, 7.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm bringing my daughter to get her license tomorrow.
Wow.
Wow.
So
Shout out
hopefully,
to you,
yeah,
bro.
hopefully she gets it, man.
Shout out to you, man.
Yeah.
You think
Good.
she got it?
I think so, man. She
She
failed
got
3
it.
times already.
Okay. All right.
4th time's a charm.
4th time job.
Her mom called me like, listen, I brought her the first 3.
Hey, nigga.
You might,
You got this,
It's
right?
kind of time for dad to bring her. I said, all right, yo, I got this.
Say less, man.
Yeah.
That's dope. You being, so you're a girl dad. You don't have any sons?
No sons, not that I know of.
Okay.
I have been to 50 countries, so
Oh, okay.
it might be a little term out there somewhere, but I don't think so. I'm pretty safe.
So being a girl dad, man, and being in the industry, man. Like, what are some of your like worries, like for them, man? Like I know they see you
Yeah.
out here.
I don't really worry, man, because I keep it real with them. I keep it super real with them, and it's like whatever's gonna be is gonna be. So I just kind of, more with the older one. I have the talks like, yo, listen, you're gonna do what you're gonna do, but yo, be on point, and this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna say this, they're gonna do this. This is what you're gonna do if this happened, that happened. So I just kind of try to lead her in the right direction and always tell her like, yo, just call me. Even if you're embarrassed, shoot me a text. Yo, I'm drunk. I need an Uber.
Right.
This, that, whatever. Like, don't get caught up doing some goofy shit
Right.
when I'm right here and I got
you
your
good,
back.
right.
Tomorrow we could fight about it tomorrow, but for today, let's get you home safe. You know what I mean?
Do you feel the need to like protect them from the industry?
Yeah, the industry. I mean, I don't think they want to be a part of it. Like their entire life, they can't walk through the mall without people stopping their dad. And why are they stopping you? What?
Right.
It became a game. It's like 14, 15. My little one didn't catch. She's like 16. And my older one's like, I'm trying to chill with my dad. Like get away from my dad.
Yeah.
So I don't think they really care about the industry.
Right.
They don't really care.
You ruined it for them.
I did. I hope I did. Because I hope they get everything I worked hard for, but not the bullshit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
I hope.
So you have the Good Dad Gang.
Yeah.
Good dad gang.
Yeah. Where did that idea come about?
It started as a hashtag on IG. And I put the hashtag up. Being a weekend dad, you got a lot to make up for. Sometimes you don't see them during the week. And, I love my kids, man. I wish I was with them every single day, all the time. But sometimes that's not the case. So it just started like, Sunday's here. Kid time, dad time. We going here. Good Dad Gang. Yo, we back over here. Good Dad Gang. We in Kennedy Lake Park. We over here. We have to bring them bike riding. Good Dad Gang. It just was like a saying that I made up. And then people started saying, yo, why don't you put it on the shirt? And then they started saying, well, if you don't put it on the shirt, I'm going to put it on the shirt. I'm like, all right, hold on. Now you're trying to steal my shit.
Right.
So then I made one shirt and I put it on the gram. I said, yo, if I make these shirts, will you buy them? And the comments went crazy.
Right.
So I knew right then and there that it was lit. So I went and I bought 200 shirts. and I just threw them in the whip and just drove around the hood, pretty much sold them within like 2 weeks.
Wow.
And I knew it was lit after that. And a couple celebrities reached out like early on and was like, yo, I want one. And then that helped a lot because then people started taking it serious. Like, oh, Ludacris likes your stuff. Yeah, oh, this guy, that guy. Primo was very early. He was one of the first. Everlast from House of Pain was one of the very first, and his following is super cult.
Right.
So his cult following was on it, and people just took the brand like serious like right away. So I trademarked it right away. I got all the socials, logo, everything that you need to do when you're starting a business and cover yourself, trademark, copyright, all that incorporation.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, and then now it's crazy. Now it's lit. Now it's like an international thing.
You told me the other day, nah, man, I sell clothes.
Sell clothes, bro.
I sell clothes, man.
Yeah, man. That's it.
So that's like one of your focuses right now is the clothing line.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, rapping is like a love of mine that I've had my whole life. I started rapping at 9 years old.
Wow.
I'm 39 now, so I've been rapping for 30 years.
Wow.
Professionally, closer to like, somewhere around like 15 to 20, but yeah, it's nothing. Like I write songs in my sleep. I wake up, the words are there. I take a drive to New York and write maybe 3-4 songs on the way. I just keep the phone out. So music, it comes easy to me. But as far as being competitive with every new rapper that comes out and doing every new freestyle show and hopping on every new beat, I'm not. I
feel you past that.
I don't have the love for it that I once had, or not even the love, but I don't feel the need to do it anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? I solidified my spot.
You done proving yourself.
Yeah. If you don't know I could rhyme, then I mean, Google me.
Right. Google me. Google me. So speaking of rhyming, man, let's dive into your music, right? Because your first project that everybody knew was Hood Politics, right?
Yeah.
That's 03 when that dropped.
Right.
That was your first national project, right?
Yeah.
How many projects did you have prior to that, right? Because I know, you said I've been rapping for 15 years professionally, and I caught that because I'm like, 03 was 18 years ago, right? Almost 19 years ago.
Right.
So you felt like you wasn't a professional yet at that point?
I was nice enough to be a professional, but I wasn't living off rap. I started living off rap in 2006.
Okay.
And then I never had a job again or had to hustle or nothing like that because I blew up. And after Watch How I Go Down, my whole life changed. I went from doing shows for $100 or $200 opening up to now I'm headlining. I'm going to Europe. I'm doing my own tours. I'm doing so I'm selling out the Middle East, 500 people, 550 instead of just opening up for somebody. I'm bringing Bun B now. I'm bringing the Locks. I'm bringing Noriega. I'm bringing people different artists for me. And yeah, so my life changed after that one song. So that, but even before that, my first single was in 2002. It dropped January 3rd, 2002. Street with my man Easy Money.
Shout out Easy Money.
Yeah, shout out to Easy. And Greg Ball, G. Valentino Ball from Killer Boombox.
Yeah.
He worked at Tower Records in Boston. They had that big tower. Bless. They had that big Tower Records with the 4 stories.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he put my CD single, right, in the thing where you could listen. And so we started selling mad units because this is way before social media, iTunes. You had to get the CD, right? So he was like, nah, these kids, is, they from around the way. We're going to give them a shot. So he put our thing in there. And the label was calling yo, we need 20 more. We need 30 more. We need 50. They was moving. So, yeah, we had a record deal even before Hood Politics.
Okay.
And it was probably like 5 mixtapes before that, but they were hood. I mean, it was like going to my aunt's crib with the stack of paper, and then we pull out the scissors and cut it. Writing on it. My phone number was on it.
But that's when it was okay. That's when it was okay, though.
It was okay. Because it was
like that,
what
bro.
you do.
Right.
Yeah.
And you grew up in the streets of Lawrence.
Yeah,
man,
facts.
Right? So you're from Lawrence, man.
Yeah.
Being from Lawrence and coming up in the rap industry, man, that was in the early 2000s, right?
In late 90s.
Late 90s, right? Early 2000s.
Yeah.
What? Damn, nigga, it's 2021.
Right.
What do you feel like the struggles back then versus the struggles are now, right? What these new kids are facing opposed to what you was facing back then?
there's goods and bads to both eras. Excuse me. I would say the best advantage that we got now is the technology. It's not even fair. Like we had to book a studio, pay $50 an hour, go buy a beat, do all this stuff, and then wait to get it and press it. And once you get it, you physically gotta go see every single DJ and give it to them, and hopefully and now it's just like you do it in your crib, and 1 hour it's on SoundCloud, and you emailing the MP3 to the DJ, and it's on the radio.
Instant gratification.
It sped up the process. There's no more grind. You don't need to do all that stuff that we did. But in my era, we needed to do that. We needed to buy. I was pressing my own vinyl. Vinyl. I was pressing my own vinyl, like 2,000 vinyl with my own money, like 4 bands. Had to come up with 4 bands out of my pocket.
Wow.
A young man, and I come from poverty. I don't come from money.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was like the things that I had to do to get where I'm at is crazy, and it's not even really documented because there was no social media back then.
The imagery in your music paints that picture, right? It paints the picture of the struggle,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And even up until recently, I mean, you still talk about the struggle a lot. What was the song that came out in like 2018? It's "Fuck Your Lifestyle."
Yeah.
Right. When you said I had the roach on the whatever.
My mom flicked the shit off the bread
and told me grow up.
You know,
so sick you want to throw up. My mom flicked it off for the bread. Told me to. Nigga.
Had roaches in my toaster.
That's
so
what it was.
Gross you want to throw up.
Yeah.
My mom flicked the shit off the bread and told me grow up. I still ate it.
Right.
You know, it's like real shit.
Still
like
ate it.
It's just like the level of poverty that I grew up in is like, it's not right. It's like from a movie. It's like watching New Jack City or like all the movies we grew up in. Lawrence is the poorest city in Massachusetts, right? And Springfield is second. So it's like, you know, people don't think that, especially when we first started coming to the Bean. You know, I'm talking like late 90s. If you wasn't from Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan, Hyde Park, like if you wasn't from the city, no love. No love. Like, oh, you from the suburbs. So now, like with me and Easy Money and Rex coming to the scene and showing that we had skills and we had heart and we could rap, and then people start coming to Lawrence and be like, whoa, wait a minute. Lawrence is crazy. Like Lawrence is like another one of where we're from, but just it's over there. And then so that's how 978 was created. We created that.
That's where my OEA's at, man. Lawrence,
man. Before, because I'm being real with you. Before, right, we did 100 shows, and every show would be like, yo, 617, throw your threes up, 6. And everybody would do it, and we was doing it. And then sometimes they'd be like, yo, but y'all not from here, you can't. But we didn't know nobody. We was like, oh, we just thought, yo, that's everybody showing love in the building, right? So it turned into, all right, what we gonna say? 978. So we literally created that. And now there's a whole generation of kids that they start that Instagram, yo, Jose 978. They don't even know where it came from or the struggle behind it. It's just they're blessed enough that we made a movement for them and we kicked down the door. You know, they put on jamming now. They're like, yo, Boston, what up? 978, what up? Like, it was not like that before, bro. Trust me.
And
like,
I believe it.
There was no respect for Lawrence, no Haverhill, Lowell, none of that. None of that. Yo. We did that, and I'm proud of us that we did that. And now the city got love for 978. It's a whole different dynamic now.
All right.
For real.
What you got now? You got a question?
I mean, speaking of kind of disconnecting yourself from where you're from, I think we was talking about black athletes and white women.
Oh God.
Okay.
That kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah.
Why the face?
Because
it's a lot.
The segue was crazy.
Yeah. I don't know where you're going with this, but
I always pick up on the little things, and I'm like, oh, that reminds me of that. But yeah, black.
Why is that? Why is it that the black athletes go for the white women? Right? I know you notice it, bro, because it happens generation over generation.
It happens in our culture too, though. I'm Puerto Rican, right?
I was gonna say that.
You show up to the house with the white girl, and everybody's like, you know, it is that. But I mean, I don't care. You know, to me, I don't care. I'm from a multicultural background. Like everybody that hangs out with us is all different, so it don't matter. But I think, to be honest, if I had to just say off the head, I think that a lot of times, like, it wasn't accessible to you, and now that you can have it, you want it. taking that route.
And the money's the ticket.
You know,
Absolutely.
Maybe you never grew up having access to that.
To the Saxon.
And now
action.
you got it. You know, it's like, all right.
The Saxon satisfaction.
Whether people like it or not, right? You have the option now. So
Oh God.
if I had, you know, if I had to guess, I would say
I hate it. All right, I hate it. You know why
Yeah.
I hate it? Because I feel like they downplay black women when they do that, right?
Okay.
Because the only athletes you see with their black and Latino women are the women who was poor with them.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Right? So it's like, all right, nigga, cool. You think that just because you got money now, you can't talk to these women no more? Like you too good for that? You forgot where you
Right.
came from, nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like whenever, and look, this is a very cynical, point of view or perspective. A lot of white families, when you try to integrate in them, it's cool when y'all are dating, but then you want my white daughter to have your last name, Jamal.
Yep, and then procreate,
The outrage.
have your kids. Yeah,
My daughter will never be your baby's mother, Jamal.
Oh
The
man.
fuck out of here, right? You're not marrying into our wealth.
Right. Yeah.
You're not marrying into anything. The bloodline. Fuck wealth. It could be poor white people.
Right.
And they on some shit like that. So, like I said, it's a cynical perspective, right? When you think about it, as far as everybody being like that, because that's
Right.
painting with a wide brush. But
Yeah.
a lot of old white men are racist, right? And
sure.
that's really what it is. And when you want to sleep with their daughters, they're like, whatever, she's having fun. She wants a mandingo.
Oh,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? Let her get it. But she'll never marry that nigga. You know what I'm
you don't
saying?
think
Like,
they abandon, where they're from and black people for like better lives, like money, stability. Maybe when some black shit is going on in the news, staying out the news, like staying disconnected from the bullshit. You don't see it in that way.
I think it's an access thing, like Term
Okay.
said.
Yeah.
It's an
Okay.
access thing. It's like I have the money now. I got money, so now I'm handsome, right? You know what I mean? And these white women who do date the athletes, a lot of the times, 8 times out of 10, they're opportunists.
Oh, absolutely.
That motherfucker got the biggest contract in the NBA. How can I not? Right? Derrick Rose just proposed to that white chick, right? I believe she's
Did you
white.
just meet her?
I don't know what happened. She was like a internet sensation,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
Derrick Rose, I mean, nobody gives a fuck about him anyway. Nigga. I mean, that nigga's fucking injury plagued nigga. I don't give a fuck about Derrick Rose, man. And you just lost mad points for me, my guy. But that's neither here nor there, man. But I do want to get back into the music. I want to talk about your industry relationships, man. You've been able to Term has 43 projects. 43. 30 albums. 13 mixtapes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you featured on everybody's shit, like everywhere. I mean, you can't go to any real hip hop market in the nation and say Termanology and have somebody say who. Right. Everybody knows who you are. Like, you're solidified, like we said earlier.
Right.
Why do you pump out so much work? Man? like you know what I mean? Because people know you're well known.
Yeah.
You have good content. You can rap your ass off. What is it about you that makes you just want to pump out that much work?
Man, I think it's just the real passion for it, the real love for it. You can't fake that.
Right.
I do a lot of consultant work for young artists, and they want to blow up immediately, and I'm like, yo, hold on. Don't do this if you're only doing it for the bread, because you're gonna waste all your bread, and then you're gonna be very sad.
Wow.
So do it because you love it. You
Right.
know what I mean? If you do it like that and get your money another way,
Right.
and you're really good, you'll
There's
build
longevity
it up, and you'll end up getting the bread. The bread's gonna come.
Right.
But with us, we did it because we loved hip hop. We did graffiti, we breakdance, we did ciphers, we did all that stuff. We really love hip hop. So I still love hip hop. I'm still the same kid from when I was 14 doing demos on Bennington Street in Lawrence,
Shout out
with the 4-track recorder. Waiting outside the barbershop in the rain because I heard Crumb Snatcher was gonna be there.
Wow.
And he was signed, and he was the only rapper
Crumb
from my hood that was
Snatcher.
signed.
Wow.
And he never showed up, but we was there ready to rap for him because we was trying to get on. So
Right.
it's just like I just love it, and it's also kind of like what you said about the industry relationships. I went to the Rock Nation 4040 party recently,
Yeah.
Jay-Z. So we're in a room this size, and it's like Meek Mill, J Balvin, Jay-Z,
Wow.
Benny the Butcher,
Right.
Swiss Beats. And it's like, yo, Swiss Beats, this is Termanology. What's up, Termanology? It's love. Like, it's love.
Right.
So how am I going to let these people down? They let me in the building.
Right, they let
You
you
know
in
what I
the
mean?
room, man.
I'm allowed in the building, so
Right.
I gotta
Dinner with
put
Jay-Z.
points.
Yeah.
Gotta put points on the board, bro.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So
You exchanging jerseys and all of that. Yo head, son.
I mean, I didn't say nothing to Jay-Z, but I said what up to Swiss
You
Beat.
held
I
the door for the
talked
nigga
to
like, yo, right this way, my nigga.
I was just like, yo, it's fucking Jay-Z. Like, what you gonna say? But yeah, man, I just love hip hop, bro. If you knew how many albums I really had, it's not fair. It's probably 100. You know what I mean?
It's
I got a whole album
Wow.
with Paul Wall that's done, 10 songs. It's just sitting there. There's probably like 5 other ones like finished, ready to go. EPs, it's collaborating projects. Crazy.
Your collaborative work is crazy.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your relationship with Fame from MOP.
Fizzy, whoa.
Yeah. I love MOP, man.
It's the best.
You know what I always I don't know if you pay attention. This is a girl from Boston, Brandy Blaze.
Okay.
I always make the comparison to her. I'm like, yo, you're like the female Billy Dance, like her voice and like, like, yo, son, it's crazy. You know what I mean? And I love that aggression. I love that aggressive music, and your music is not that aggressive, but it's gritty, it's grungy, right? So when I hear you on records with them, and like I remember years ago, bro, when Foundation dropped, and I see your name on the track list, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro. This is Term from Lawrence.
And I had the crazy verse on that album.
Son, I'm 16 at the time.
Oh,
You know
wow,
what I
that's
mean?
lit.
I'm looking at it like, yo, this is crazy. Like, it's from Lawrence. Like, and I'm rapping at the time. So I'm like, yo, like, this gives me hope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this market fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Right? But this Puerto Rican cat from Lawrence is on an MOP album, man.
Yes, sir.
So how did that relationship come to be, man?
So when I got the Watch How It Go Down beat from Premier, it sampled Little Fame.
Okay.
Watch how it go down.
Right.
So then he heard it and was like, yo, you killed that shit, son, that Primo shit. And he was in his making beat bag, right? His alias is Fizzy Womack.
Yeah, Fizzy.
So we were working out of the same studio in Brooklyn. I moved to New York. Statik moved to New York in 2004. I moved to New York in 2007.
Yeah, shout out Statik.
Shout out to Statik, of course. And we both lived in the Bronx. He lived on the first floor. I lived in the fifth. So we was there together grinding, every day. But I was working out of the studio in Brooklyn, and Fame was always there. So when I roll up, he'd be making beats. I'm like, what up with a beat? So he gave me the first beat. I smashed it. Like, I bodied it. So he like, all right, come back tomorrow, do this beat, and then come back. And then that turned into Physiology. Fizzy Womack, the producer, meets Termanology. But the album took so long to make that I made like 10 albums in the meantime.
between.
And then he started rhyming. Oh, I got a hook. Nah, let me get on this one. Then we did the one with Busta.
Right.
We had a single with Busta,
Right.
and Styles P, Play Dirty. So, it turned into like those monumental moments where it was more than just him doing beats for me. We ended up becoming friends and family and touring, doing the whole group album together. And that's my dog, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At this point, that's my dog. Like, we call each other on Christmas and stuff like that. But
It's a real relationship.
yeah, that's my dog, you know what I mean? And Fame is, in my opinion, one of the greatest rappers of all time. It's not even close. Like,
love Fame.
he's got on songs with some of the best and had the best verse like almost every time. So, you know what I mean? It's hard to rap with Fame. Like, you might get washed. Like, you probably gonna get washed.
Probably will. Dude,
His energy.
Dog's energy is crazy.
It's crazy. His
And
bars
that's-
is crazy.
Yeah, and that's why I love Dance too.
Yep.
I'd like to welcome motherfuckers to the back of the mind, the bill.
Yeah, that's one
See,
of the,
I'm for
real.
real. You know what I mean?
Delivering them MOP tactics. He was
bury you bastard.
custom made caskets. He
Soldier
was,
nigga.
he was wilding, yeah.
Yo, so like
Yeah.
that energy,
Yeah.
and then you
Funny story, that
Yeah.
record crazy.
Okay.
Me and Slap, me and Fame did our part at Static Crib one night. We were
Okay.
just wavy, like
Okay.
wasted, bent. I was standing like this when we were rhyming. And then we was like, yo, we need Bill on it. It was my song first.
Right.
And then when we went to the studio with Bill, it was a separate day. And he was like, yo, go in there and do my ad-libs. I'm like, son, you're the best ad-lib. You're the best ad-lib doer ever. I can't do your ad-libs. He's like, nah, son, just go in there.
Yeah.
So now I'm in there like
So now you're emulating.
So now I'm in there like, damn, how can I make this better? It's impossible. But I just did what he said, something like, MOPST dot, we get it on. So I did the ST dot. I just did I ain't do too much, bro. I'm not MOP, I'm me. So I did me, but I still was influenced by them for sure.
I like that, man. I like that. And whenever y'all collaborate, it's amazing. You and Fame did something recently with Sheik.
Yeah, the Black Mass Part 2.
Yeah. I love that record. I seen the video first, before I even knew it was dropping. I follow you on IG and shit,
right,
so I saw you promoting it recently, man. This is what I mean about the relationships, right? You know what I mean? Like you've done records with Sheik and LOX, in the past and things of that nature, man. I mean, what do you feel like is when you first when you first said to yourself wow, I'm a part of this.
Yeah.
At what point did you have that realization?
Man, I think it was when people started it was kind of like a known fact that I was amazing at rapping.
Right.
It's everywhere I went, it was yo, Termanology could rap though.
Right.
It took a long time to get to that point. I mean, people ain't trying to give you no type of props. When I moved to New York, when I first started opening in New York, it was 2005. And it was still real gritty. It's a little bit more tame now because the world is different now. But back then, it was still real grimy. And I'd go out there, whole crowd packed full of people, opening for Cool G Rap, Saigon, Papoose. This is the Pelly era. Everybody's got a razor in the crowd with Tim's on. It's
it's boots era.
Thuggery.
Yeah, I mean.
And I'm going over there and they're give it up for Termanology from Boston. And everybody's come on, son. We're in New York, so so it was even at that time that I started putting Lawrence on the map. You know what I mean? And they were I would have to do a segue every time I rap. I'm from a little city called Lawrence, Mass. It's next to Boston. But check it, and I'd start rapping a cappella, so they knew I could rap right away. And that was kind of my trick. Show them you could rap, and they'll look past the fact that they don't like where you're from or what you look like or whatever the case. So that was kind of in the beginning, that was our trick that we would do. But once it Sheik, Luch, and Styles and all these different rappers co-signed me that I could rap, and and people heard the music with me snapping, I think it just kind of opened up all the doors and the production too. I was able to my first album was full of platinum producers. So
nice.
Just coming at it like that with them same producers from Illmatic and Ready to Die, It Was Written and all that
And you produce as well.
I do. But way before that, I was Pete Rock, Alchemist,
Yes,
Large
yes,
Pro, Havoc, the best, High Tech, Easy Mo B, Buck Wild. My whole album was full of legends first. So I was let me display my talent on the highest level of production. And then after that, people could really see how I could rap. And then I was all right, let me step in it. I'll start making beats.
Did anybody ever approach you with a production deal instead of a rap deal?
Yeah.
And you're nah, nigga, I rap.
No, I get approached all the time. I've done crazy productions.
So you've had production deals, you signed production deals.
It's not that I've signed a production deal. It's just that I've done a lot of production.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I'm down to do production deals even now, cause producing is easier than rapping. When you're rapping, you have to put that whole persona on. You gotta show up and be who you say you are, and you gotta look cool.
Right.
When you're producing, you don't need the camera on you, nothing. You're just sitting there looping, playing
fuck
drums.
what I look like.
Yeah, so it's just such a different dynamic.
The same sweatsuit for 3 days.
Real talk. Yeah, when you're rapping, there's so much maintenance to being a rapper, especially if you're known as a fly rapper. Mm-hmm. If you're known to get flea and everything, it's a lot that comes with it.
I call that shit rapper mode.
Yeah.
I run into rappers all the time now, right? Since, we started partying this shit, right? I run into niggas and niggas be yo, niggas that had their sunglasses on. We be in the mall, niggas with their glasses on, and be yeah, Chiz, I got this coming. I'm not even looking at me. They looking at everything else. Yeah, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Just in case somebody takes a picture, they look good.
Yeah.
It's yeah, nigga, you know what I'm saying, dog? I don't even... You know what I mean? This rap shit is easy, my nigga. This shit is nothing, nigga. I do this shit in my sleep, my nigga, on dogs. And I be looking at these niggas I know you.
Right.
I know your dad. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you talking to me like this?
Don't front for me, right?
Rapper mode ass niggas. I be all right, nigga, I'm gonna call you later, bro. And you ain't gonna talk like this when you talk to me, nigga. It's different. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
But shit, man, Nelly, what you got, baby? I've been talking a lot.
No, I'm enjoying
I'm
it.
looking at one of my fucking, you know what
I
I mean?
love
favorite
it.
rappers.
I
and shit
love
right
it.
here.
I'm
That's
trying
love,
to find
man.
ways to like ease my shit in,
Yo.
but no, I'm fine. Back to like women because I represent for them. Have you ever dated a black woman?
Of course, plenty.
Yeah.
Love sisters.
Plenty and many.
How is it different from, you know, maybe dating a woman from your race and your background?
Not much because black girls and Puerto Rican girls are crazy. So,
Touche.
hit the flex bomb because, y'all know it. Y'all know it. Well, I never really had a white girlfriend.
Yeah.
Good
Never.
for you,
Yeah,
bro. Good for you.
No, respectfully, I just never was attracted to them. Like, I think that there's a lot of pretty white women, of course, and
They have pretty vaginas.
I don't have no
my
issue with any type of
God.
women.
That's about it.
I don't care if you're Asian, white.
beautiful.
I don't care. It's just I have a personal like preference, and I just kind of like stick to what I like. But I don't like hate on nothing though. Like I don't care really. It doesn't matter to me.
That's good.
Honestly.
Stay strong, bro.
Yeah.
yeah,
I do pretty well for myself. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I just stay out of the light. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are your daughter's mother's Hispanic?
Puerto Rican.
Puerto
They
Rican?
both, yeah.
Alright, okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Now, do you pay attention? Because, you know, typically Hispanic women, they have, you know,
Yeah.
the works, the body.
Yeah.
A part of not dating white women, is it because of...
That's definitely
lack of-
part of it.
Okay.
It's part of it.
They suffer from Nasa talk.
Nasa
Nasa talk.
you know what, man?
But as of late,
Yeah.
In this era, it's crazy.
Hey.
I remember Ludacris had a rhyme. He said something new school like white women with ass.
Right.
And I started laughing. I'm like, hey. But yeah, man, it's just a preference for me. I like girls that look like J-Lo. I always have, ever since a youngin'. You know what I
She's
mean? I grew up
beautiful.
in Lawrence. Like it's like 90%.
Jenny from the block.
Yeah, there's Jenny from the blocks
Yeah.
everywhere. So
Yeah.
why would you go looking
She
for something
ages
else when
well,
you got that grade A
I
right
bet
there?
that
You know what I
pussy
mean?
is amazing.
Stop.
But yeah, man, you know, it's whatever. Whoever at this.
If I cheat on my wife for J-Lo, she would understand.
Okay,
Yeah.
she'd be mad
You
as hell,
shouldn't,
but
you
would
shouldn't
understand.
cheat on your wife at all.
She would understand.
No.
For J-Lo?
Nah.
she wouldn't forgive you. But she'd understand
She would
why
understand.
you did it.
Right.
She would
Okay.
understand.
But if you grab some
would
shorty
forgive
from
me.
down the block that looks crazy, she'd be extra heated at you.
Right, because the bitch is broke. Right. You know
And
what I'm
looks
saying?
and look crazy.
Right.
If,
You
you
know
know what I
what I'm
mean?
saying?
Respectively, like.
Right. But it's J-Lo. She would cheat on me for J-Lo. What the fuck are you talking about?
No. I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it. So with the J-Lo bodies and, you know, just
Yeah.
the comparisons, like, well, how do you feel about with everything going on in this world now, like BBLs and
Yeah, I'm a natural
transfers.
guy.
all natural?
I'm natural, yeah.
So do you think transfer and maybe, you know how women contour their body,
Mm-hmm.
shift some things around, you don't think that's natural? Because it's their natural
Well,
fat.
I mean, it's not natural.
It's not natural.
It's not natural. It's not that I like dislike it. If I met a woman and I was interested in her and she had a BBL, it's not like, oh no, you got a fake. You had like your body chopped up. I can't do this.
Right.
Like it's not like that. Like yo, do what you do. But it just happens to be that I'm just like a natural. I'm attracted to natural. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter to me. I like thick girls. I like fat girls. I like skinny girls. Short, tall, black, white, whatever. I'm with the shits.
Word.
You know,
Dwarves,
just to be
fuck
just,
that.
just
All of that.
to be honest, you know.
Dwarf?
You fucking dwarves.
Yo, it's funny because like I would date like all
fuck
different.
dwarves in the ass, nigga.
Yo, you a wild boy. This is part of the reason why I wanted to come here though, because he just be making me laugh. I'm like, yo, he be saying some wild shit. Nah, but it's funny because like my homies, they can't figure me out. They're like, yo, bro, you came through here with like a dime piece model, and then the next day, the one you brought, I'm like, yo, I liked her though. I liked her. I like how she treat me.
She has a nice
Yeah.
Maybe I think
personality.
she's funny as hell.
Yeah.
Or
Maybe-
she might have like the craziest throat, nigga. Like
Yeah.
niggas don't be knowing, dog.
They don't
right?
be knowing, man.
Like just
Super
shit be
wop.
in her fucking, airways. Nigga.
You know what I mean? So hey, man, I
no
think you should
gag
like
reflex.
you should like who you like, right?
Yeah.
Very true. I agree. You
That's
don't
funny.
know.
I'm
Like,
willing to tell you. I will tell you. Back in the day, I got head from this chick that I was just like, wow, right? I didn't see it coming because she was like quiet. Like we went to school with the chick. I mean,
my head hurts.
You know what
I
to do.
can't.
You know what to do.
My head hurts.
And then, you know what I mean? I went to kick it with her, just like on some, like, you know what I mean? Whatever.
And your shit just fell in her mouth.
She ain't even great. Like, she's not an ugly chick, but she wasn't like, her sex appeal wasn't crazy through the roof.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? She was quiet, you know what I mean? Studious. And then she just, you know how, like, when Jody went to go see that chick, he's like, what the fuck you doing, girl? Nigga, that was the moment, nigga. I was like, hey, yo.
It was one of those. Oh,
I'll tell you what I don't like.
Not
I don't
right.
like high maintenance. Like super high like too high maintenance. Like, yo, don't come around thinking like you too fly to be nice to people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Just
Looking down on niggas.
I like regular people that are cool.
Right.
Like, you can't come around me acting all stink like that.
Yeah.
I grew up on welfare with cockroaches.
Right.
Yeah.
My doors didn't lock. My
Right.
mom was poor. Like
Right.
how I'm gonna act better than anybody? I can't. It's
Right.
impossible. It's fake. It's not real.
Very true.
What's your ideal woman? Like, if you had
Ideal?
them, you heard the song "Makings of a Perfect Big" by Nas?
I did hear that song.
If you could
Man,
take qualities from different women,
that's a
right?
lot.
different celebrity women.
I need to take
Cool,
my
all
time.
of
I
it.
need to take my time to answer that. That's not something
Ooh.
I could give you right now.
Okay.
Cause right
I like
now
that.
I'm getting in the late 30s. Like I'm about to be 40.
Right.
So if I give any woman a chance, it's like it gotta be real.
You gotta be right.
Are you currently dating?
Now I'm not dating anybody. But I'm not looking. But I'm not looking either.
Right.
You know what I mean? Cause I'm just in a different zone.
And he's also worth a couple M's. This nigga, I
Yeah,
look at your net
yeah,
worth, nigga. This
yeah.
nigga's worth like $3 million. And when it's on paper,
Yeah.
you know it's more.
Wikipedia
Niggas be
lying
hiding
on
money.
me. Wikipedia.
You motherfucker.
Wikipedia be lying on me.
Yeah, they
I
be
text
lying.
you.
It's like a 6 million, nigga. He's like fuck out of here. He's like, it's at least double.
Before we
Right.
came here,
Right.
I told you Wikipedia be lying on me. This is the real list because they try to chop shit up
Yeah.
and nah, man.
Yeah, so they chop down your money a little bit. This nigga term getting
comment,
it, dog. You
man.
funny guy, man.
I'm getting it. That's
Nigga
for
Term
sure.
is
I
getting
wouldn't
it,
say I
man.
got 6 M's, but
He's modest.
I'm doing all right for
It's
myself.
all right. It's all right.
I work hard.
Yeah.
I make some good investments.
Yeah. that's
Okay,
good.
so since you can't answer since you know, which I love that answer about your ideal woman, what's your ideal date?
Date. Okay, there we go. I'm not the type of person that judges on if you want to fuck on the first date. We're grown
Okay.
up.
That means you know what you want.
We're grown. All right. I do want her to come looking like she cares.
Mm-hmm.
I want her to act like she's
Understand the assignment.
act like you want to be there,
Yeah.
right? Don't be on your phone the whole time. Like it's cool, you got to text, something like, but pay attention. Let's have a conversation, right? Let's have a real conversation, and then after that, let's fuck. Okay.
That
Keeping it
deserve
real.
gunshots.
Maybe a couple drinks, some food.
Yeah.
Straight to the
Straight-
point.
Straight up, yeah.
I saw this post. I shared it with you too.
Yeah.
The girl. So this girl and this guy, they were talking, and he asked her what she was looking for, vice versa. And when he asked her, she's like, a date. And he's like, what's a date? And she said, nice dinner, nothing crazy.
And he flipped the fuck
And he
out.
went
He
in.
went left.
He went in
Wow.
like, you raggedy bitch, don't be like accounting for my money that you didn't work for. And
Wow.
like, it's the same thing as far as women feeling disrespected when we take them on a date and, we want to fuck the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Vice versa, where you expect us to take you on a date and you can't tell me what to do with my money. So how do you feel about that? Like if you're taking someone on a date, are you paying? Are you expecting that at the end of the night?
Nah, not really. Cause look, to me, like it's tough. Like I come from my father, 7 brothers. These are old school Puerto Ricans. They're like real male chauvinists. They look at women like objects. So I grew up in that era where they're like, what? No, you have multiple wives. You got your wife at home. This one does this for you, that, and they listen to you,
Right.
and we say this, and that's what they do. And
Wow.
that's not how I think. I look at a woman like an equal, like a person. And so I don't look at it like that. Like anybody owes me nothing, especially not over some food. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just to be honest. But at the same time, it's like, I like a little effort.
Yeah.
I like a little effort. It's
Okay.
I would say like 9 times out of 10 I'll take care of shit. But if you wanna spoil me, that would be nice to show
That'd
me
be
that
nice.
you can boss up too.
Okay.
I think, you know, and obviously, speaking from a very biased perspective, but I think if a nigga, all right, if you want a nigga to take you to, you know, a nice, you know, steakhouse, right, Smith and Wollensky's, Ruth Chris, whatever, right? Can you take yourself there? If you and your girls go out and the bill falls on your lap, can you pay for it?
That's a great
question. Why should you deserve that on the first date? Right? If I take you to Longhorn, what you gonna say? Yo, this shit ain't it. You know what I mean?
Longhorn is nice. They got some nice bread and butter.
I feel like Longhorn's like that middle. It's like that middle joint, right? It's better than Fridays. Right?
A little blooming onion.
Right? The steak's good enough. It's a step over Fridays and Texas Roadhouse, right? Right? It's good enough where it's like, okay, let's see if she bites. Right?
But is it a game though? Are we playing a game at this point?
If she gives you the pussy on Longhorn, you know she's good, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Means she likes you for you.
I mean, right.
Okay.
You know
I see your I see
Is
what
that
you're saying.
how, like, that's how it goes?
I didn't say it.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it's
But
low budget.
It's
so
some
like,
it's some logic in what he's saying. He's saying that she didn't fuck you for the money because you clearly brought her to a place that's very affordable.
Is that what men look at?
It was for the mac and cheese. She busted it open.
Their mac and cheese is good,
the mac and
though.
cheese.
Yeah,
in my experience, every time that a woman really liked me, it wasn't for the bread.
Right.
It wasn't.
That's good.
Because I've been poor way longer than I've been rich.
Right.
He
just admitted that he's rich.
I just started getting money like 10 years ago. I lived 30 years before that. Like.
This nigga rich as fuck.
Is it hard to pick now where you're at in life? Like, all right, she really likes me for me, or you could spot it from a mile away. You can tell.
Yeah.
It's
a lot of time you meet people and like the agenda comes out the first day.
Wow.
You know, they're like got something to sell, or they want to be famous, or they want you to help get their followers up, or they want to have a baby by you. I don't know what it be all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? Because mental health is real, right?
Yeah.
Mental illness is real.
Have a baby by me, baby.
Yeah,
be a millionaire.
Yeah, so nobody's exempt. Not man, not woman.
Yeah.
But I'm a pretty intelligent person. I see what's up. You know what I mean? And I like genuine people.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't waste my time. I don't have time to waste. I need to make 43 more albums immediately.
Right. 43 more million.
Yeah.
Right.
You're funny, dude.
All right, my last question on dating. So, with the 43, being an overachiever with the vision board and everything, how do you, or how could you, if you were to get into a relationship, balance that and then your drive for music and your goals?
You mean like being with the woman at like the relationship plus all the goals?
Right, because that's hard. Even me personally, I'm sure all of us, we have our personal lives, and then we have work and business, and then you have your romantic relationships and family. That's really hard to balance a lot of times, being younger, and looking up to you who's still reaching for certain goals. It's like, when does it ever stop, and when can you find that balance, and what does it look like?
Right. It would be hard for me to tell you that because I failed twice.
Okay.
I got two baby mamas, like everybody in Lawrence.
Right.
But I failed. I tried, twice. It didn't work. But I just feel like letting people in your space, you should get to know them like as much as you can before you decide to go further.
Okay.
And take each other serious, because once you know each other, it's a lot easier to go back to the drawing board and be like, hey, you knew what was up.
Right.
I know things change and feelings change and entitlement changes and responsibilities change and all that, and goals change. But me, like, you come to my crib, you seen the vision board.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You knew I was busy for the whole year. So if I give you like 2 days a week, that's a lot. That's a lot. I could have made thousands of dollars when I was chilling with you.
Right.
So I like you a lot. Because I like money a lot, and I'm leaving that on the table to
come nigga.
Get to know
know.
you. Yeah, you feel me though? Like, real shit though. Like, I wouldn't say that per se to somebody, but it's like, it's in the back of my mind probably.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, appreciate my time, and I'll appreciate yours.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's great.
Now, I do want to talk. I want to go back to the body enhancements, the BBL, right? Mainly because what I'm just gonna touch on it real quick, just so where it's like, I feel like it's a cheat code now, right?
Good cheat code.
It's great. It looks excellent, right? It looks good. But it's like, I think, like, when niggas see real ass, like a real fat ass now, they're like, it could be fatter, right? I think that's
whack, but yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
It's whack that it's like that, but it's,
because it's so mainstream now, right?
It is,
like, a lot of girls, you know, they got, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Son, you look, the hip to thigh to ass ratio, sometimes it should be all fucked up.
Way fucked up.
Yeah.
When it's done well, yes, absolutely.
All right, so what's well to you? Give an example. Like Bernice Burgos.
When who?
Bernice
Burgos has an amazing BBL.
Okay.
That woman looks fucking excellent.
Ari
right?
Fletcher.
Ari Fletcher looks crazy.
Okay.
Right.
I can see the comparison.
Beyonce got a BBL. Right?
You're lying.
Yeah, she got a BBL.
Get out.
Yeah. So
and
did
you
Rihanna.
Know what? I
so did
knew
Rihanna.
It, I'm like, okay.
So did Rihanna.
Really?
Rihanna got a Rihanna ain't had ass her whole career
I
until a few years ago,
ass.
right?
I don't see it.
You haven't seen her.
I haven't seen it.
Rihanna got some ass.
Okay.
Rihanna got that ass now. She
All
got
right.
that thing.
It got to be natural then,
that thing
because
poking
I
like
can't.
the U.S. Open, nigga.
How you know? You sure? You know,
Son,
homeboy ain't hitting it right.
I've seen Rihanna my whole teenage to
She's
adult
gorgeous.
life, like since 2005
Okay.
when she was on the Memphis Bleak album. I seen where she went from there to now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Rihanna, yes.
Okay.
Fucking yes.
Maybe I'm naive because I don't be noticing unless it's OD.
Right.
But the ladies I be with be like, she got the BBL. I'm like, why? How? Why? Like, why can't she just have a fat ass? Why you on her like that?
Or she was doing her squats.
Why?
You know?
Yeah, because some
chicks do got the stupid dumb retarded ass that
Yeah.
looks like a BBL, right?
Yeah.
Some chicks do got the crazy ass that belongs in the museum,
especially in the longest, because Dominican girls got that.
Yeah, and
Right.
it's natural.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
crazy.
So like it is a thing for some women to have the super accentuated thing. I just think women need to stop making it so mainstream and be happy with what they have, right? In a sense, right? If that's gonna make you happy and you feel like you need that, then go ahead, girl, go for it, right? But some chicks that I know personally who got BBLs, they already had the fatty before.
Yeah, it's OD.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, your shit was crazy then. You just made this shit stupid.
I think social media really ruined it for people.
Yeah.
People are trying to keep up with a fake image, and it's like to the point where you're like putting your body and health at risk to
Yeah.
for no reason, because like you said, you already might have been perfect.
Right.
So
to somebody.
It's weird, yeah.
Somebody.
It's weird, yeah.
Right.
I get it if you got no yams at all, like no yams.
No,
like
now I know a chick that had no ass.
Yeah.
And she got it, but because the thigh ratio
It looked
to the
bad.
ass, it looked crazy.
Like two little like
And
basketballs.
it's like, how your thighs like this, and then the paws like this.
Yeah.
It's a P.
Shout out Punch Pot. Don't even
Shout out Punch
compare my
Pot.
shit to
Shout out
that.
Punch Pot. You know what I'm saying? Pack with a punch. You heard? It's a sample pack right here. You heard? You know what I'm saying? You get 4 flavors.
You know,
This
go ahead.
Niggas be getting enhancements too now.
don't
I heard that.
even. I know where you about to go
Term.
with this.
Term.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Term.
I'm gonna let
Look
you
at his
say it.
eyes.
Term.
Don't.
Niggas be getting
Come on.
Yo, look, I was talking to my man. He works in that industry. He's in plastic surgery and all of that. He get money and all of that. And he was like, niggas is getting the pump. Like, he was like, nigga, you know, like the Reebok pump, right? He's like, they putting the pump in their thigh and it's pumping their joint, right? So it's like Popeye, nigga.
No.
So wait, it's like
No.
it's in your
You know what I'm
like
saying?
you get a surgical procedure
it's
to
a
get a
surgical
pump.
in your thigh. So he's like, yeah, bitch, I'm about to give you all this. Right? You over here pumping
Oh,
it
And
up.
so
wait, hold up. You talking about
A dick pump installed in your
I
thigh.
thought you meant they was getting the BBL too because they wanted to look fly
Right.
like a shorty.
like get their dick done? That's a thing
No,
too.
no. I thought you meant like
This
dudes was
is
getting like the body
crazy.
done because they want their
Oh
body. to
yeah,
look
I heard
I
niggas be
didn't
getting
know
that shit too. Now I'm
like
talking about the
oh,
joint,
wow.
bro. Niggas is out here wild.
Nah.
Getting their
Come
dick
on,
done is a
son.
thing,
Listen,
right? They added
look,
more
I
girth
never
to
heard
their
of that
shit.
shit.
They added more girth to their shit, and they also doing the Reebok thigh pump on the dick, bro.
People
You know what
gotta
I'm saying?
stop.
They over here like, yeah, bitch.
This
yeah,
is
you about
too
to get
much.
All of this, nigga.
Nah,
right?
no.
They pumping over here. Imagine this, right?
That's very
Imagine
deceptive.
this, right?
That is so. Can you do that can they do that while they're having sex?
I don't know. That's lit.
Because like
That's
if you're
like
thinking
turbo,
though, you know
nigga.
he's packing and then
deflate,
like you in it,
pull it out,
And then like, what happened?
man,
you in it, and then you put your leg up, and then you're just like, yeah, girl.
Yeah,
Pumping
I gotta
while
look
stroking.
that up.
Battery
That's-
runs out.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's a different type of deception.
that is fucked up.
Very.
Y'all fuck my head up with this shit, man.
Niggas
Yeah,
is
no,
trying-
look.
I came here to talk about hip hop, man. What the fuck is going on right now, man?
Niggas is cyborgs. Niggas is cyborgs out here. Yo.
What?
It's crazy. It's not fair.
But you
Chico.
know what? Kevin Gates, he had posted something recently about taking a break from social media because it was causing him depression. And one
And
thing
he's
he
rich.
said,
He's
yeah,
rich, by the way.
he is rich, you know, beautiful wife, beautiful family. But he said one thing that is
married his
very.
Nah,
Stop.
Something like that.
on dogs.
Keep going.
Shut up.
Dogs.
Anyway, but he made a good point about comparison is the killer of all joy. So,
Yes,
you
it
know,
is.
my spiel right now is just appreciate what you have, because somebody could be, you know, worse off or whatever, or not have anything at all. Just appreciate yourself, love yourself. It's not worth it.
Word. Look at
Nah.
Dr. Dre and his wife.
Yeah, man.
That bitch is sucking them dry.
Not only that, bro, he lost his son. You know,
Wow.
it's just like all the money in the world, it doesn't mean that you're happy.
Yeah.
So, you know, don't make it worse on
He
yourself.
got
Yeah.
served divorce papers at his grandmother's funeral.
Ooh, disrespectful.
different type of
Nicole,
disrespectful.
young, you dirty bitch.
That's
Like,
foul.
wow. Like,
How long were they married?
a
Forever.
while. Since the 90s.
Yeah, forever.
Damn.
For a while.
Yeah,
But
that's
I think
filthy.
she was just building a case over the years, man.
You
I
think
mean,
so?
Yeah, absolutely. Because she well played. Bravo, Nicole. Like you did that shit correct. You're gonna get at least what was it, like $300K a month
Ooh.
until she gets remarried.
It's a lot of money.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a ridiculous amount of money. And if I was her, I would never remarry. I wouldn't even date niggas. I would just $300K a month, nigga. You shitting me? Even if it's
No,
$100.
but she got the initial sum
Right,
too.
right.
It's M's, like
Right,
big boy
right,
M's,
right,
plus the 300
right.
a month,
Damn, Dre.
which is like $2 to Dr. Dre. Let's
What
be
I was
honest,
gonna say,
but still,
which is
for a
fucked up.
Dre.
but for like a normal person, that's
still,
crazy.
yeah.
You wasn't with
Yeah.
me shooting in the gym.
Yeah.
Huh?
You
Yeah,
said
man.
she was with him though.
He was already rich in the 90s.
He was.
Super
He,
rich.
he already had he left
NWA
Death Row.
was 87, 88,
Right,
89.
left
He
Death
was
Row,
stupid rich
joined
already.
in a scope.
I mean, he wasn't a solid decade.
This is the
So
head
that's
ring.
still-
Keep the heads ringing. Ring, ding dong. Ring a ding,
I mean,
ding,
regardless,
ding
she didn't
dong.
make the beats. So
Right,
she
true.
deserves some money, of
True.
course. She deserves to be well off because she lived like that for a long time.
Right.
And that would be weird for her and like everything. I get
go
it.
back to
Give her
that
some
type of
paper.
life, yeah.
But yo, fam, like half is OD. Like
Yeah.
he made them beats. Like
Yeah.
he did that, you know? So
Right.
that's where it gets weird. Like I think it was one of the Beatles. He divorced his wife and she got like 500 M's.
Ooh.
And then it was like he was making music from the 60s
Yeah.
to now. It was like
Yeah.
last year.
Come
And
on.
it was like how you take
The
how you
60s?
put in that work from the 60s for like
Oh,
you know what I mean?
my
All those years you made 100 albums and toured, and then somebody just take half of that.
I'd
like,
take my dentures out and smack her with that shit. My nigga, if I was him. Yo, like you dirty.
but yo, can you blame her or do you blame the court system?
I blame
Right,
the system.
right.
I blame
Because the
system.
system
Right.
is the one enabling.
Yeah,
Right.
it's rigged for
So-
the woman/mother to win. Always.
sure.
Especially in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
Oh yeah.
So I've
Jinx.
heard.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm hip. I'm hip.
You ain't not gonna win.
I got 2 baby mamas. I already
You
know.
know how many older niggas I know that they are so unhappy, and I always ask them, why don't you get a divorce? And they say, young blood, it's cheaper to keep her.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Because they in the Commonwealth and they understand what the
Yeah.
fuck's going on.
That's scary.
It
But
is
then
scary.
it's funny because you say that, right? And people relate and say, okay. But then if somebody say, hey, why you always stepping out on your wife?
Hmm.
So there's 3 sides of every story, right? Because
Right.
he's wrong for doing that. But
Right.
then if he leaves, he's wrong for doing that. So it's
Right.
like,
You
what
can't
does
win.
If you're not happy, what do you do at
can't
this
win.
point? You just got to be foul.
It's tough.
Because everybody's trying to be foul to you.
That's
So now
tough.
we're out fouling. You know what I'm saying?
Out-fouling.
We're out fouling each other. Like, that
Yeah.
shit is crazy. I think
Right.
about that when I think about if I ever want to get married, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I would probably never get married. And if I did,
Ooh.
I would definitely get a prenup.
Right.
But I'm not against
Because
it.
you a rich nigga, yeah. Well,
It's just that,
I
like,
can't relate, bro. I
I
can't
just,
relate.
you know what it is? More deeper than, like, whatever bread I've acquired. I just think it's more like the mind state of thinking, damn, yo, like, you get mad at me and you're like, ha,
People
I'm about to
change.
take your money, ha, because
Yeah.
I'm mad at you. So like, nah, we don't have to have that conversation. Like,
Yeah.
let's not do that. Let's prenup, then
People change.
all right, let's be real with each other.
Right.
Like,
Right.
hey, man,
That's
that's what
fair.
it is.
That just takes the innocence away from.
Yes.
Like,
Now it's a money play. Now it's like, you know, it's weird, man. That's
very
just weird. I'm not trying to be in that relationship with nobody. Shit got
Wow.
weird, right?
very heavy.
I
got a married man
I came
right
here to
here, so
talk
I
about
don't know.
breakdancing and shit and
Yeah.
graffiti.
I got some other shit I want to talk about, right?
Yeah, I had a question about music too.
All right.
Back to the music. Recently, you did 360. That's your latest project.
Yeah.
With Amadeus 360.
Mm.
You know, when you do like projects with producers, right?
Yeah.
You know, actually, before I talk about that, I want to talk about you and Statik.
Okay.
Right. 1982.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you both guys are from Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
You guys moved to New York, right? Y'all are on the radio with each other. Y'all are brothers. Like,
Yeah, it's my dog.
It's not a fabricated relationship. It's not some shit y'all just did just because y'all from Lawrence.
Right.
You know, with you and Statik being from Lawrence and having these ties to Boston and Mass as a whole,
Yeah.
what do you think that's done for the scene out here?
We've done a lot. We've done a lot for this city. If not, you know, only to just motivate, we just kicked down like a lot of doors.
A whole lot of doors.
And Statik lived in the law till he was like about 10, and then he moved to New Hampshire. So he reps New Hampshire too.
Okay.
You know,
Saxonville.
Yeah, Saxon. But yeah, man, it's like, you know, just really just put in like all of that. You know, the 978, like, you know, that I keep speaking of, is like Lawrence, Lowell, Haverhill. I've lived in all those cities. I got family and friends in all those cities. Dope rappers like, you know, Easy Money and Superstar Snuck, and you know, just we put on so many artists, and we help usher so many artists through the door. Even now, like, I'm helping new artists now through the door. Even now, like 20 years later.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. So I mean, we did a lot in that way. We also did a lot by, before social media was magazines. You used to go to the store, buy the XXL, then you'd buy the Source, then you'd buy this, that, and all these magazines would live all over the place. They'd be in every barbershop. They'd stay there forever. They're circulating through the jails. Everybody got them. Yo, you see, y'all look my man, y'all my man's in the XXL. Y'all look at my man in the XXL. So it's like, it was crazy. Like, and you was a celebrity to, you know, to the point where people would go to every Barnes and Nobles and every little like Store 24 and buy every single XXL.
Store 24.
Yeah, every
Wow.
store. Yeah, you feel
Brought
me?
it back.
Yeah, like, they would go everywhere you was in a magazine because they were so proud that it said Lawrence, Massachusetts in this magazine. This is a new era. Look, we did it, you know?
Right.
And a lot of times they would write Boston. You know,
Right.
they don't know the difference between Roxbury, Lawrence, Brockton. They don't know. And especially when you go overseas, they don't know. They
They're
show
not
up
out-
wearing
they're not out
Celtics
here.
jerseys,
Right.
and they're like, Boston.
But that's
and it's-
because you wear Celtics jerseys.
of course.
Right.
So, you know, we rep Boston internationally.
Right.
When we're in the city, we rep Lawrence. But internationally, we rep Boston.
Of course.
And that's a fact. So
the capital.
what we've done over the years is just make it where like people know that there's a cool, that this rap scene is real hip hop, and it's cool and it's authentic. And I think that's helped us a lot. But obviously, besides like Statik producing Detroit versus everybody for Eminem,
Right.
and doing his accolades are crazy.
Statik.
Gold,
I would love to
gold
have a
plaques,
conversation
and
with Statik,
yeah,
too. That's a
he's
whole
his
nother
mind is
conversation.
like crazy. He motivates me
Yeah.
all the time. You know, I'm
Right.
with him every week, and every time I'm with him, he just still teaching me new information, still ahead of the curve, still always chilling with A-list people, still wanting to be better than he was the last time. And I feel the same way. So yeah, he's motivated me a lot for sure. And that's my brother since we were 16.
Right.
Wow.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's
That's amazing.
like, that's family. You know?
Yeah.
How does it feel to be on radio, man?
It's dope. It was
Right.
that kind of helped me too. Like when you asked me to rap and I told you I didn't want to.
Right.
Imagine if I rapped every Thursday
Right.
when the guest came up.
Right.
I can't, bro. That's crazy.
You would be Big Tigger.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not Big Tigger.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about some of the dopest freestyles ever happened
Yeah.
on our show.
Yeah.
And I just sat there and watched it because I'm a fan.
Right.
You know, Mac Miller's first time on the radio was Showoff Radio.
Wow.
Rest in peace.
Shout out.
The legendary Griselda cypher when they all
Griselda.
went crazy with Prodigy, rest in peace, was up there.
Yeah.
I mean, just so many classic moments that we've had on Showoff Radio. And yeah, man, it's cool. It's fun. I got to interview some of my favorite rappers.
Word.
I got to step out of being an MC,
Right.
and I bring something different to the table because I'm going to ask a whole different set of questions than my co-host is.
Right.
You know,
Right.
he's going to ask him something totally different.
Right.
I probably asked him about the process of writing the rhymes and
Right.
how he felt or something he said in the rhyme, whereas he might ask him about the actual project or,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So
And we gonna ask you some left shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Left CWTFB radio.
yeah, well, that's the funny thing. We had a third co-host named Destroy, and he
Okay.
was basically you. Like, he'll come out of nowhere with the BBL shit and like
And you
or
lucky
whatever.
Cash ain't here, man.
Oh, yeah?
Cash
He
is
wild. All right.
Cash is the fucking. He's the comic relief.
Yeah, but it's cool, man. I like radio. It's not the end all.
Yeah.
But it's something I like. I like
Yeah.
it. It's cool.
And I appreciate you being here today because this is when y'all record Thursday nights.
Yeah.
And the
definitely.
fact that you were here and it worked out, I was like, I was like, bro, what the fuck? When you hit me back and you say, yo, that date is good,
Yeah.
I said, yo, like this is lit. Like,
Yeah,
you know
man.
what
It,
I mean?
stars aligned. I've been wanting to do it for a minute. So yeah, it just kind of worked out. I went to UMass today and spoke to some students too.
Okay. That's
So
fine.
you know, I said, let me line it up when I'm already in the bean, and I can just
That's perfect.
bang bang. You know.
Like,
So when you go like do these speeches, do you bring your minifigures?
I didn't bring the Lego. I didn't bring the Lego. I was there more to inspire them.
man,
You know,
Nice.
this one girl came up to me and she said, everything that you said was amazing. And I waited after the class. I wanted to ask you, like, I'm from a poor neighborhood and I don't know how to save money. I just don't know how. So how did you do it? Like you said you came from nothing, right? How did you do it? And I told her to read this one book called Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yes.
And I told her that the book,
Robert
the
Kiyosaki,
book,
yeah.
it might,
Great
exactly.
book.
And I said, you know, that book right there just helps a lot. But if you really listen to what he's saying,
Yeah.
it helps a lot because it makes you look at money different.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just gave her one jewel. I'm like, do you got a job? And she was like, nah, I'm looking for one. I said, all right, when you get your job, right, whatever you do to make that money, if you make, you know, $500 a week and that's what you pay your rent and your lights and your gas with, now you got another job. You have to find a whole nother job and take all that money you make at that Saturday job and put it in an envelope and never touch it.
Don't
Yeah.
even look at
And
it.
look at it again in a year. And if you put in
See what
100,
happens.
you know, by the end of the
Right.
year, you put 100 every week, you're gonna have 5,200.
Right.
So, and then when I told her that, her eyes lit up. She's like,
Right.
wow, okay.
Quick
so
math.
It's that easy. Yeah. I'm a hustler too.
Right.
Like, you
Right.
know, so, but you feel me? So I just gave her a quick jewel, but it was like, I helped her out a lot.
Yeah.
You know, she was the only one that stayed, you know, behind. And I think,
That's dope.
I think it really helped her.
Nice.
That's fine.
Nice.
I had a question and I forgot it because we were talking.
Because we're drinking
And
tequila.
I'm also drinking some tequila. The tequila does that. What was my question? Shit.
Good.
Fuck.
While you're thinking, how much did you profit off of those minifigures?
The Lego sold out in 1 hour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm not gonna say, you know, anything about the bread, but it was just cool, man. You know?
I like those.
Yeah,
I saw it and I was like, this is dope.
my grandma came from Puerto Rico on Tuesday, and when she came in, I gave her a Lego, and I was like, I left it with my aunt to give to her, and I said, when I seen her, I said, you got the Lego? She just laughing. She couldn't believe it. Like, you know, that generation,
Yeah.
they can't fathom that
Yeah.
something like that would be real.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's cool, man. It's dope. I want to keep doing fun stuff like that.
I love that. Yeah. I think I've
This
seen
was my
something
question.
like
Why don't you tap in more with mass media platforms? Why-
Which
why-
ones?
Museum TV.
Okay.
You know, Spark FM
All
online.
right. I've heard of Spark.
You know, there's you know, Exposed TV.
Yeah.
There's It's Lit Boston.
Yeah, definitely.
There's
It's
a
Lit
lot of
Boston.
different. There's a lot of different platforms, right? You know, whether it be podcasts or vlogs or
Right.
whatever the case may be. Why is that? Like, why? Like, I want to celebrate terminology. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I have like a like an insatiable desire to tell people that you're that nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So why aren't you tapping in with the locals?
To be honest, I'm not local.
Okay.
So it's like for me to come to Massachusetts and do something out here, it's a big deal.
Okay.
And I mean no disrespect to anybody,
That's fair.
but I went to 88.9 like 50 times
Right.
when I was coming up and I needed it.
WERS.
I did that a million times. I was on the launch pad for 8 years.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
you were.
every year. I mean, I used to go see G-Spin with the CD in 2001, drive my whip Dolo all the way to Waltham, wherever it was, and he'd take it straight from there and play. So it's not to take away from anything from anybody, and I wish everybody the best, and I always try to help when I can. But I think I could kind of go back to what I was saying earlier about it. Like every single day, I'll make thousands of dollars. So like for me to stop and do some free shit, I'd rather chill with my kids or like, you know, do something I was supposed to do, like that I've been putting off for years. So I really don't have any free time, but it's never like, I don't think I'm like too big for anybody. I own my own studio in Brooklyn. It's called Time is Money Studio. Studio's popping. Good Dad Gang Incorporated, obviously have that popping. It's a full-time job to have that. You got to be on point. You got to make sure that everything is going good. We did a collaboration with Gangstar this year. We had 2 billboards in Times Square. We got a sneaker coming with Ewing next year for Father's Day.
All right.
We did a diamond collaboration. So these are big money deals. Why
isn't it called Time is a Lot of Money?
It's just like these deals take a lot of time and a lot of effort and money, and who knows how many times you're on the phone and the email with a lawyer or this person, a designer, and this and that. So it's just, to be honest, man, like I'm an overachiever. Like I said, I'm hella busy. It's never nothing like no hate and shit. You know what I mean? I would do all the shows. You know what I mean? If we're on a promo run and time permits, let's line them up.
Right. That's fair. Good answer. You can tell this guy's been interviewing for a while. Can't trip this motherfucker up. All right. Shit. What else you got, Nelly?
I just wanted to know, you know, as someone who's been in the industry for such a long time and things have really changed, I'm sure. Where do you think the future of the music industry lies?
Wow. That's a pretty broad question, but a great question.
Of this market, basically.
Yeah. Of this market, you mean?
This market.
Hip hop or like New England?
I would say
mass. Let's just say mass.
You want to say mass?
Let's say mass.
Okay. Well, it's the best time ever to be a Massachusetts rapper.
Yeah.
You think so?
Absolutely.
There was no Bias and Millies and Joyner Lucas, Tokens and Cousin Stizzes and it's to the point where like you could just do a freestyle and you lit. Like it's crazy now. And just the amount of like doors that were already kicked down by people like me and Statik and a lot of others. I'm not gonna act like we did everything. Of course not, bro. There's a million people that put in their work all over Massachusetts and New England, but it's just with social media and the way that it's lit right now and everybody's supporting each other. Not everybody, because you're always going to have your street shit and some dudes don't get along with each other. That's what it's going to always be. But as far as like, there's so much success right now. And we can kind of reach back and help people too. Like I saw like Millie's like 15 years ago outside on Lansdowne Street giving out mixtapes with all his dudes. And he was grinding this whole time. And now he's popping. He's on his way to being a star. And I'm so proud of him. And he can reach back and say, yo, I like this kid from around the way. I'm going to put him on my album. And now the industry's looking at that kid. And it's like we have that power now, you know what I mean? Whereas we didn't really have that power before. Right. So I think it's going in the best direction. People are finally starting to understand.
I like that.
It was a joke. When I came to hip hop, it was a joke. Who y'all got, Marky Mark? Who y'all got? It was it was a joke. Like, you from Boston? Who y'all got? It was a joke. I'm not saying it was a joke. I know it was real. I know it was dope ass rappers out here.
There's a lot of talent here.
I grew up reading The Source, seeing Made Men and Ed O.G. and Crumb Snatcher and all these. I knew it was dope ass rappers out here, but it was just like, you know what I'm saying? When you go around the world, it wasn't really looked at like that, but now it's looked at like that.
Yeah.
Do you have a relationship with Benzino?
Nah, I never met him. I never met him.
That's interesting.
But he shouted me out when he did that battle, when he battled Ed O.G. During the pandemic.
He did shout you out.
He did shout me out,
He called you a backpack rapper, though.
That's fine, though.
That's weird.
It's not. I like hip-hop.
You're not a backpack rapper.
What is a backpack rapper?
Kanye, Mos Def, you know what I mean? Like, you know, Talib. You know what I mean? Like that. Like
I don't get that vibe. No.
This nigga makes some grungy ass, gritty ass music.
But that's cool because that means that he just didn't know about me. He just knew that I was underground, and
he knew your name.
Yeah, he said I would have rather battled Termanology or Acrobatic or one of them underground cats. That was the quote, to my knowledge.
I seen that shit. He might have called you back, man. Some other platform. Some other shit. As a matter of fact, it was some other platform. It wasn't even that. But either way, when he said that and I heard it, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, Zeno? Right?
Yeah.
It wasn't, look, Zeno, he did what he did. Like, he's amazing within his own right, right? Ups and downs, right? When you look at everybody, right? But I just think it's amazing that y'all don't have any type of relationship, man. You being the guy from Lawrence, he being the guy from Boston.
It just weirdly happened that I never met him. Yeah. I always thought it was weird too, because Statik used to DJ for Hot 97 Boston, so Statik knew him well.
For like 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah, so Statik knew him, but I just it's weird that I never met him.
Yeah.
But growing up, man, like, that was all we had. I used to read the source and be like, yo, somebody from Boston is in the game. Yeah, they got songs with Mobb Deep. Like, they got their own clothing line. They're doing videos with Big Pun. Like, that shit was an ill inspiration to me. I'm not going to sit here in front. So even for him to say that he wished he battled me, I was like, all right, word. That's what's up,
Word. Also, I started asking the question earlier about how do you decipher who you want to collaborate with when it comes to producers on projects?
Yeah.
Amadeus 360 on 360 is your latest project.
Yeah.
How do you decipher like who you like when it comes to producers and things like that? Because you can produce.
Yeah.
1982, you and Statik, y'all could do this shit all day. Y'all have a house of producers as well, and y'all could create your own shit. So what is it? What is it about certain people that makes you want to say, let's do this together?
I think it's timing.
Okay.
You just like, if you knew the level of DMs I get daily from people trying to pitch me beats, it's overwhelming, and it's sad for the people that are really dope, because I don't have time to possibly decipher who's dope and who's not. So it's just, I stick to the script, man. I stick to my same people. Okay. So that's what makes somebody like Amadeus stand out. You're like, I've never heard of this guy.
Wow.
How did you get an album with Termanology?
Wow.
And I would just say that it was timing. We were at the Loud Records 25th anniversary, Fat Joe performing and Pun tribute. And I'm backstage, and he just came back there with MOP. He was like, yo, I'm with Little Fame. This is my idea. What do you think about this, that, and the third? And I was like, all right, cool. And then we just did it. So it was just really timing, man. It just worked out like that. Yeah.
That's fair.
And it came out good. I'm happy I did it. Yeah.
It did.
I'm happy I did it because he was really offended in the beginning because I rejected all the beats. I'm like, nope. And he's like, what the fuck? Everybody likes this beat. Right. Everybody wants it. You know who wants this beat? And I'm like, yo, I don't care. I don't want it.
I'm me.
So when I started hitting him with that shit, he went back to the drawing board and came back with something better. And I'm like, okay, now you got it. Right. You know what I mean? And I just picked the ones I liked.
Right. Okay, that's fair. Yo, we've been talking for a minute.
Yeah.
Almost an hour and a half. Anything you want to close it
Great
out with?
conversation.
This could go far.
Yeah.
I love the energy.
This
so
is great.
positive.
This is fun, man. I'll come back when I'm dropping something.
Word.
And
you gonna give us some bars next time?
Yeah, I might. I think because I just really wanted to prepare. If I'm gonna do something like that.
But all you big name niggas don't want to rap for us yet. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. You 3 million niggas. You know what I'm saying? You millionaire niggas, 43 million niggas.
Wikipedia lies, man.
That mean y'all niggas don't want to rap for.
I'm just a regular guy. Just a regular guy, man.
Niggas, man. I don't know how much my chain weigh.
That gotta be the title of the episode. Rich niggas, broke niggas.
Rich niggas, broke niggas. Rich niggas, broke niggas. But this is beautiful, bro. Like,
thanks for having me.
Amazing.
Thank you for pulling up, man.
Amazing.
Like, you being here means a lot to us.
Right.
This, you know what I mean? We started this because of our love for hip hop and our love for our market. You know what I mean? And you tapping in with us, man, means a lot, man. But there's a lot of other platforms, bro. Like that I know would throw it up for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Especially the Museum TV. Shout out my man Noble. You know what I'm saying?
You putting me onto some new, to some new things.
The Museum TV is
for sure
the #1 video blog in Boston right now.
Right.
And
they come across my path too. It's not like I'm ever ignoring people.
Word,
you know what
word.
So,
I mean, my man came to my pop's house. I was living in my pop's basement. He came to my crib, man. He told me his vision for the Museum TV, and everything he told me he was gonna do is coming to fruition. So when I watched that, I'm like, I love it, and I love the fact that we're in good company. I love that You know, we're doing the right things to get the attention of Termanology.
Yeah.
So thank you, bro. Like I
Yeah,
said, once
it's
again,
love.
man, thank you.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, for real, man. But Nelly, you got anything else before we bring this in for landed?
No, I just need you to cut that high yellow Nella shit. I come up with some new shit, like right now.
We got the Empress,
Ooh.
Shanelle Shante,
I like
alongside Charlie
Royalty.
MaSheen. You know what I'm saying? Empress sounds good, right?
It's great.
Yeah.
I need that going forward.
There we go.
Empress.
Yeah, it's royalty.
Shanelle Shante. I am Charlie MaSheen. We just hosted the legend, the motherfucking legend, Lawrence own, worldwide known Termanology. We at CWTFB Radio. We motherfucking love y'all, man. Till next week, we are out, nigga.
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here. Come on, all right?
That was dope.